Cake is pretty cool. I mean, it's one of the best chemical reactions in the entire world. And it's pretty fun to make too. So, let's begin. To bake a cake, you'll need the following ingredients: flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, milk, butter, eggs, and vanilla extract. Oh shoot, I guess we don't have any. But my neighbors probably do. So if it takes me 4 minutes to travel 30 meters from my neighbor's house and 30 back, I'll travel a distance of 60 meters at a speed of 15 meters per minute. Now, let's actually get started. First, let's preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's important. But let's get to the actual cake. First, let's cream together the butter and sugar using a hand mixer. Before I turn it on, it's not moving, therefore turning at 0 RPS, or rotations per second. But when I turn it on to the third switch, which moves at 3 RPS, in 1 second we can find its acceleration. The formula for acceleration is final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by the time. So we can plug in the 3, 0, and 1. With this, you can see at this time, the mixer accelerates at 3 rotations per second. Once these are mixed together, we can add our eggs. Put them in gently, one at a time. As we crack our eggs, we'll be doing work on them, creating unbalanced force which will cause them to move and break. But be careful not to exert too much energy or they'll go all over the place. After we add our final ingredients, flour, milk, salt, baking powder, and vanilla extract, we can move our batter into our cake pans and put them into the oven. And even better, let's talk about chemistry. As the cake bakes, the heat from the oven creates many changes in our batter. First, the gases in it begin to expand, which helps make the soon-to-be cake rise. Next, the egg proteins coagulate, which is a fancy word for changing to a solid. With our cake almost solid and temperature still rising, the baking soda and acids in the batter react, creating carbon dioxide, and evaporate along with other liquids. Maillard reactions from proteins and sugar combining finish off the baking process, giving our cake its brownish color and lots of flavor too. Now that we're finished baking, we can let our cake cool down on the counter. Staying still is at rest. This cake demonstrates Newton's first law of motion, which states, an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted on by an unbalanced force. This cake cooling also demonstrates inertia, or a property of matter by which it remains at rest unless acted on by some external force. But when we take this cake out of the pan to frost and decorate it, we become the external force which changes its motion. Frosting the cake is pretty easy. Add whatever you'd like. And for the best part, eating it. Now just remember, you can always have your cake and eat it too.